Internet. Chris Klein here with Al Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. And this is going to be a really quick video / survey. We want to ask you about what you're interested in as far as plugins and processing is concerned. Before I discuss that, I want to ask that you please subscribe if you're stumbling upon our channel for the first time. We also have a piano, guitar, accordion, and bass channel or bass channels. No shortage of content coming from us that will probably sate the appetites of myriad musicians, instruments, disciplines out there. So, please, subscribe to this channel and the others if you are so inclined. But getting back to the plugins and the survey, we are a Universal Audio dealer. I am a professional recording engineer, and I love a Universal Audio suite of plugins. In fact, I use them almost exclusively, Universal Audio as well as Soundtoys, which we don't have a deal with. I love Soundtoys, lots of fun. But the Universal Audio plugins offer, at least to my ears, some of the best emulations of hardware that exists today, whether it be time-based delays, reverbs, modulation. They're starting to get into software synthesizers. They have a Minimoog, compression, dynamics-based processors. They're just absolutely fantastic. And I can hear the circuits become engaged whenever I instantiate the plugin of an LA2A or an 1176 Bluey, or whatever it happens to be. Now, I know a lot of you out there probably have a lot of questions about, well, what's really happening with dynamics processing? What's happening with an EQ when I'm messing with or adjusting the bandwidth, the Q? What happens when I create peaking filters and things of that nature? And those are things that I wanted to ask you about, like, where do you feel deficient? And how can I help you with what I've learned over the past 25 years and, hopefully getting your ears a little more aligned with, what is actually happening when you're turning up the peak reduction on an LA2A. Not what is happening as far as, the meter's bouncing back 6 dB. What is happening sonically? What is happening psychoacoustically? How can we use compression to not only manipulate dynamic range, but to affect our, placement, depth of field, other things that maybe some people haven't thought about when working with compression. Same thing with delays. What happens when I use Haas effect? Can I use a delay to make something sound wider and not as in wide? Not necessarily delayed to create some sort of polyrhythmic effect or something else that you're trying to achieve. These are the things that I'm asking you about. What do you want to know? Because the Universal Audio plugins, there are so many, and I can produce endless content using these plugins and using different examples. Here's what a bass guitar sounds like. Here's how I might mix a drum set. Here's how the snare drum is going to change when we do this. Here's what's going to happen to the vocal when we apply low levels of harmonic distortion or high levels of distortion or whatever it may be. So I'm reaching out to you, the viewers. We're creating content for you that's going to help you. And so I want to know how we can better help your journey as a music technologist, producer, engineer, whatever hat or hats you're trying to wear. So comments below. Start leaving comments. I'm already working on content at my home studio, and I hope to start delivering this content within the next 2 weeks. So help inform what I'm going to feed you. This is, I think, a great service, and I'm curious to know what you want to know. And anytime I'm tasked with something, it's going to make me think a little differently about how I might approach X, Y, and Z, and how I'm using processors A, B, and C. So don't hesitate to ask down below. No question or request is stupid. I'm ready to hear or read what it is you would like more help with. So hit me down below. Till next time, thanks.